we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Venton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint Mount Rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Working with a 2nd and 4. Dalton sets up play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
They'll roll him out right. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw here, Dalton.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the 22, Hurts.
There's Chris Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Hurts. Olave holds it in.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This one taken in by Olave. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 2nd down and 3. Here's Dalton. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Back to the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Dalton. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. from just shy of midfield. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Onyemata. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And room there to work it inside the 25. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 24, Hurts escaping the pressure right. The pass caught by Olave. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Olave as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Dalton. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The final act of the first half. Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe get their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton, over the middle, complete. It's Smith, and he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton, and that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 43 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Kamara up the middle.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and they will remain well behind.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the 1st down.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On 1st down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 81 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Saints. There he goes left side. 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation, because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Walker to about the 26 here.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Olave. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Dalton's throw complete there to Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So Dalton now. Oh, he dropped it. Pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter, and the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. To throw on 2nd and 10, Dalton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Dalton to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts throw caught by Olave. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It's do or die for Dalton. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head